Hello and welcome to this demo video. Before we get started, I'd just like to explain to you a few things which will relate to all of the basic range spreadsheets. Number one, there is a key on the intro and setup tab of all of the spreadsheets showing what the different color headers mean. The blue headers mean that the cell's formulated, so it's locked and you can't change it. The yellow headers are where you can input data, and occasionally there might be some gray headers, which is just a different kind of data input, but we'll include instructions as and when that happens. The other thing that you can be aware of is there are ways in which you can damage the spreadsheet. So please do take a look at the link where you see this image, which will take you to a web page to show you how to better preserve your spreadsheet. Please feel free to keep a blank version of the spreadsheet somewhere, so that if you do mess up a spreadsheet that you're using, you can in fact just open a new one, a blank one. And some of the spreadsheets only last for a year, and then you've got a blank one to start the following year. So do keep a blank copy as a backup somewhere. And lastly, wherever you see this image, you can click on it. It'll take you back to the store where you purchased this product to see if you've got anything, any more products. One last thing, to see a demo video, you can click on this on a link that looks like this in order to go to the demo video, but that'll take you to the most recent demo. If in fact we've done upgrades and you're using an older version and you'd like to see the demo relating to your version, then do click on the watch on YouTube link, which will take you to that specific video on YouTube. So I think that's all you need to know. So without further ado, let's move on to this demo video. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this demo video for the Guitarist, Songwriter and Transposing spreadsheet. Now this is one of those spreadsheets that I think I often make more for the challenge and more just to see if it's going to work and for my own entertainment than anything else, but it's something that people may want to use. It's something that I will use. I was once a guitarist and songwriter. It's been a while since I've actually written one, but I thought let's make this. Hopefully it'll inspire me to get back into it. So I just want to show you how it works. It's fairly straightforward. Those of you who do write songs will recognize what's going on here. If you don't write songs and you have no idea what a chord is, well, then this isn't for you anyway, and you probably get confused. But nonetheless, let me just show you how it works. You can put in the song title for your song over here, music by, lyrics by, copyright to, and then the original key that you're going to write it in. Now, the original key that you're going to write it in, this doesn't even have to be the key you're going to play it in. It doesn't have to be the key you're going to sing it in. It doesn't have to be the key that of the chords that you want to play. It's just the key that you're writing in. You'll be able to change all those other things later on. But if you're writing in G, for example, that's fine. So you fill in those cells there to get the song going to start off. I would use one of these spreadsheets per songs. That's the way we're going to work, and that's the way it's designed. Then you click over to the Songwriter. All your information that you put up there will start at the top. Original key. So these are both G at the moment. I will show you how we're going to change those later on. Those are the suggested chords for the particular key that you've selected, and you can put in bespoke chords if you want. Now, what I mean by bespoke chords, for example, if you've got G7th or something, that's fine. It's going to look at G, it's going to take what's after G, and it'll transpose those. So those kind of things you should be able to do. What you can do is, if you come here at the top, I'll show you what I mean by bespoke chords. If you type your words here, so these cells, the kind of medium gray ones, you can see where they are all of your song, your lyrics. So you type in the lyrics one line after the next in those particular cells there. It scrolls down for quite a way. You got a long section here for lyrics. And then your chords you put above. So these cells where it goes dark gray, light gray, dark gray, light gray are positions where you can put in chords. So obviously as you write your song, you want to try and put the chord as close above the word that you're doing as possible. So you can put the chords in above there, whatever chord you want. So if you put in a chord like, for example, G7, it doesn't change color. It knows what G7 is. Even though G7 isn't a particular chord here, it understands what to do with it. In fact, if you put in G suspended, it also understands what to do with that. If you put in some weird obscure chord that is never, let's just make up a chord. Let's just say there's an R chord, which you know there's obviously not. it goes red and it says, hang on, I don't know what that chord is. So now if you come here, you can put in well, if you want to add in a bespoke chord, what you can do is you can go to your chord table, and here you can add in a bespoke chord. So if you add in a chord here, say for G, where you put in R, and you go to your Songwriter, you can see there it goes, oh, it's got the bespoke chord of R, that's fine. But now you need to put in the other chords for the other keys that relate to that particular chord. So you need to fill in the entire column here of bespoke chords. But once you've done that, that will be on your spreadsheet, and then you can then use those chords. In fact, you can use those regardless of which key you're writing in, because you're going to put all the chords in there that you need. So that is the bespoke chords. If you obviously if you're just using the conventional chords and things that you need, and it recognizes it, that's fine. You don't have to. If you put in a chord that you know to be a chord and it turns red, effectively what that's saying is go to your chord table and fill in all the chords for all the different keys for that particular chord that you need. Carry on writing your song. When you're done, it's just as simple as clicking over to completed song, and you'll see it takes away all the gray. It shows the words with the chords in the key that you wanted it. Now you can play around with it a little bit. Now here you've got your singing key and what I call your guitar key. So your guitar key is the chords that you're actually playing on the guitar. It's going to show you where you need to put the capo, but if you can put in the chords that you're actually playing on the guitar and what key you're singing it in. So if we say, I mean, you can really just go nuts here. If you say, well, we want to sing it in C, now it's saying, well, in C, if you're going to be playing the guitar chords in G, you've got to put in a capo 5. But if you go, well, let's have a little play around. What happens if it's A? You go, yeah, okay, if we play it in A and we want to sing it in C, then we've got to put the capo on the 3rd fret and we play those chords. So that's what it's doing for you. It's showing you it's letting you decide what key you want to play it in. It's letting you decide what key you want to sing it in, which is up here, and that's showing you which fret to put the capo on in order to achieve what you've just done. If you want to play it in the same key as you sing it, which is what you originally wrote it in, just leave those 2 blank and voila, there you go, key G and it's in G. It's as simple as that. So yeah, it helps you to write the songs. It gives you the chords that you want. You can make up your own chords if you want to put the full range onto the chord table. And then you've got your completed song when you're done, which you can save as a PDF or print out, and job done. And I think that's it. It's really, if you are a guitarist, it's probably straightforward. Just remember to put your lyrics in the long wide columns like you've got here, the cells here across the width, and then the lyrics, and then put the chords in above here. So it doesn't matter whether they're in a dark gray or a light gray. These are just to show where the different chord spaces are, but you put your chords in. If you do have a song which has got a lot of lyrics, a lot of chords for few lyrics, and actually you can't get them above the correct words, just put in some spaces in the words so that it falls above, it falls where the chord is. I think that's probably the best way to do that. And it will recognize each of these cells here as a chord, and it will tell you if you can't find the chord. Otherwise, if it can, it'll transpose it nicely for you, and you've got this as a finished product. I hope that makes sense. If you are a songwriter, it probably will. Hopefully it does. And yeah, if this is something that will help you, I wish you all the best. Thank you and goodbye.